The real effective exchange rate changes the whole dynamics. They wouldn't have gotten this far in the stage if they were going to go do all the things they're talking about at 1310. They would have already done it by now. Iraq and Britain discuss preparations for Sudanese's visit to the United Kingdom and ways to enhance partnership and cooperation between the two countries. All of this information is coming from Iraq directly, and we have some sources there. Was at the Baghdad International Airport and was able to use his credit debit card. An Iraqi citizen was able to use his credit debit card to not only obtain lower denominations on the ATM, but also purchase airline tickets in the ATM, which I didn't know you could do. He did have a rate, and he was successfully able to transact business in Iraq on the Iraqi dinar. He said, "Our time will come in a couple of days, a couple more days," but I think he's probably right. This should be a bang-up weekend for us. Finance begins distributing estimates of the state's current expenditures, revenues, and public investment projects. That's a lot of words for one thing. You know what it is? The budget has the new exchange rate in it. These steps will reveal the new exchange rate. With what I am hearing from the banking side, this may be it. I am feeling exceptionally good as to where we are at right now. News is pointing to right after July 4th from the banking side. I continue to get similar things for between the 4th and the 15th out of Iraq. I am hopeful this is accurate. We are watching it wind down to completion. When they release the new rate in country, will it be international? Will we be able to exchange, or will there be a delay in between? When the CBI releases the new exchange rate, that's it. It's automatic. There's only one exchange rate. There aren't two. From Iraq, from the source in Fallujah, and this source was saying that we would have the Iraqi 2024 budget in the Gazette over this weekend. That would be Saturday or Sunday. Iraq and Britain discuss preparations for Sudan's visit to the United Kingdom and ways to enhance partnership and cooperation between the two countries. This isn't the old days. It's a progress of education that they are teaching us, and they're teaching their people. They're telling the world what they're doing. The big money, they know how this is rolling and they can see this. These are the things we should feel good about, because this is showing us big things are happening. Member of the Oil, Gas and Natural Resources Committee, Kazem Al-Taka, revealed today, Saturday, the reasons for obstructing the legislation of the oil and gas law, while stressing the difficulty of enacting the law. Al-Tuki told Al-Maluma agency, "The differences have negatively affected the legislation of the oil and gas law, which faces many political and technical obstacles." He added, "Legislating the oil and gas law is not an easy matter, especially after the Federal Supreme Court's decisions to stop the region's export of oil through the Turkish Ceyhan port." He pointed out that legislating the oil and gas law needs more dialogue and negotiation between Baghdad and Erbil, especially since the legislation of this law was part of the political agreement prior to the formation of the government. The National Investment Commission confirmed today, Saturday, that Iraq has become an important investment destination in the region and the world. The authorities' media stated in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, "The improvement in the investment climate inside Iraq reflects the government's efforts to enhance the economic and investment sector." He added, "The National Investment Commission monitors its investment and strategic projects in order to continue the rates of achievement and record the nature of the challenges that must be addressed to ensure the progress of work in Baghdad and the governorates." He pointed out that there are major moves to create a safe climate to attract investments that achieve sustainable development in Iraq. Today, Saturday, the representative of the Kurdistan Democratic Party, Majid Shankali, called on the government to privatize electricity on the condition that it be handed over to specialized companies to avoid waste and corruption. Shankali said in an interview with Al-Maluma agency, "Electricity reform requires serious steps from the Ministry of Electricity to adopt the involvement of the private sector in production and distribution operations." He added, "The government and the Ministry of Electricity must take serious steps to involve reputable companies in the privatization of electricity and prepare a plan supported by Parliament." He pointed out that the solution to the electricity crisis will only be achieved through privatization, taking into account the state's responsibility to pay the bills of poor families, stressing that privatization is the most successful solution to the problem of wasteful electrical energy.